Let's open this up. Is this a supreme snub for Sabka Saath? Pun intended. Let me go straight across first to Dr. Ranganathan and Abdul Razak Khan, member of the CMA. Dr. Ranganathan, how do you view this particular order by the Supreme Court? Remember that a two-judge bench earlier in the day was absolutely split down the middle. The division bench was completely split. The two justices poles apart, and then it goes through this three-judge bench where it seems that unanimity had prevailed at some level.
Good evening, Rahul. Peak secularism is how I would define it. Peak secularism is when Hindus have to beg for a bit of land in their own country to celebrate their festival for a day. This while governments, both center and state, have usurped hundreds of thousands of acres of Hindu temple land exclusively. Peak secularism is when 70,000 cases are pending in the Supreme Court, but it has time to hear at the 11th hour and then stay a High Court verdict allowing Hindus to celebrate their festival on a disputed land. Two issues here, Rahul, and both, please allow me to delve into them. Number one, the Muslims, let's be very honest, are under no obligation to follow the Ganga Jamni Tehzeeb and all that bunkum of Bhaichara. In fact, their scriptures specifically ask them not to. As Pushpendra Kulshresht quips, भाईचारा भाईचारा करते रहते हो, अरे पता तो लगाओ भाई कौन है चारा कौन है. So why should the Muslims exceed even an inch? They shouldn't. I mean, are we trying to reinvent the wheel here? The essence of azan is, quote, there is no God but Allah and no one has the right to be worshipped but Allah, 4062. This is amplified through the loudspeaker 5 times a day, whole year round. Rahul, considering anyone else other than Allah as a deity, worshipping it, bowing before it, is expressly forbidden. 17, 22, 23, 12, 40, 364, 555. Al-Kufra Milatun Wahida. Disbelievers are one nation. Quote, do not forget that disbelievers are allies of one another. 873. Do not make disbelievers guardians. 551. Let not disbelievers take disbelievers as allies except when taking precaution against them in prudence. 328. Do not take disbelievers as friends unless they convert, and kill them if they refuse. 489. Also, remember how the best of friends gave away the locations of Hindus like Kanhaiya Lal and Kole who supported Nupur so they could be beheaded. So why do you force bhaichara upon someone, bhai? And if you do, they will play the victim card of being denied roads and grounds to offer namaz. Dara hua Musalman. All around us, all we see are Dara hua Musalmans, Rahul. From Jammu, where Dara hua Musalmans are shouting from top of mosques that they will behead Nupur Tiwari, to Hubli, where Dara hua Musalmans are pouring onto streets because some Hindu kid photoshopped a Bhagwa flag. From Aurangabad, where Dara hua Musalmans are rioting in the streets because someone said Aurangzeb was a mass murderer. To Kerala, where Dara hua Musalmans are celebrating the Mopla massacre of Hindus. Everywhere you look, all we see are Dara hua Musalmans. Number two, this is a fitting slap, resounding one at that, on the face of the government that loves to call itself secular, but treats Hindus as third-class citizens. Hindus have to beg, as I said, for Waqf land, disputed one, to celebrate their own festival when the governments of both center and state have usurped hundreds of thousands of acres of temple land and are responsible for more than 100,000 temples, losing lakhs of crores in rental income. Welcome to the Islamic Republic of India. This is not our future anymore, Rahul. This is now our present. Get used to it.
Get used to it. Clearly, Dr. Ranganathan, pulling apart the hypocrisy at the center of it all. Well, that's his view, viewers. You may agree, you may disagree, but he says it like he sees it. Let's go across to Abdul Razak Khan.